Okay, so today I'm doing a tutorial on this look right here. This is my natural. This is my go-to look. This is not my natural look, I can assure you. My natural look, you'll see that in a hot minute and be like, huh. Okay. Anyway, this is my go-to look, and by that I mean, this is the look that I wear most on days where I'm not feeling creative or I don't know what to do. I just throw this on. I do like to do a lot of different makeup looks, but this is the one that I kind of always go back to. So anyway, I hope you like it. Subscribe. um, yeah, okay, sounds good. Bye.
Hey guys! So today we are ready to get started here. I am a little dancy, not gonna lie. Had some coffee, more than a little coffee. It's all good. Anyway, first we're going in with a Bobbi Brown Hydrating Eye Cream. I just put this over my eyelids and around my eyes. Helps me hydrate there. Then for the rest of my face I use an H2O Plus Beauty Hydrating Treatment. It's a moisturizer. Not too big of a deal. Next I'm priming. I prime my entire face with this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and I spritz it all over, and then I like to rub it into my skin because I feel like it does better that way. Once it's actually absorbed a little more, you do get a little moisture from this and a little primer, which I like because I'm dry. Then I'm going in with just a little bit of the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And again, just rubbing that over the eyelids. This is going to help the eyeshadow stay in its place, do its thing, and not look like death by the end of the day, ideally. At least that's the plan. This is totally optional, honestly. You really don't need eyeshadow primer, but you should prime your eyes in some way just to keep the eyeshadow stuck on there. Then I'm going in with a Nye Translucent Powder, and I'm just putting this right over top of the primer potion once it's dried. I just dust it all over there. It's just really good to kind of give everything a base to stick to. The primer potion tends to be a little tacky on the eyes sometimes, so that helps smooth things over. Then I'm going in and I'm using a transition shade. This is a cool tone brown, and I'm just putting this all in my crease with a fluffy blending brush. And as you'll see, you gotta blend a lot. You just gotta blend, like, until your hands hurt or your eyes hurt or you're bleeding or something. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm going in with a lighter shade, and then I'm going in a little darker, and we're going to do the same thing. We're focusing this one a little more on the outer portion of your eye. We're going to give this eye some dimension, just make it look a little deeper, make your eyes pop a little more. Not too much, because they don't need to be falling out of your face, but, a little bit. It's good, it's good. Next, again, another darker shade. I love how you can totally barely see it, but that's great. I switched over to a different brush. This one's slightly more precise. It's basically the same brush, but in a smaller form. That's really the best way I could describe it. And then I'm going back with my fluffy brush that I used earlier, which didn't put anything else on it, just left on whatever was on there earlier and blended everything out. Now I'm taking a shimmery white shade, and I'm putting this on the inner portion of my eyelids. This just helps to highlight that area and make it feel a little more awake. Now I'm going in with my Buxom custom eyeshadow palette, and I am going right over that highlight that we did with this shade. This is a good neutral shade that I absolutely love. I think it's called Make Magnet. And then I'm going to go in with a darker shimmery brown on the outer part of my lid. Keeping it dark on the outer parts and light on the inner parts, it gives your eye more dimension overall. So next we are going in with this tiny little definer brush, and we're taking a really dark brown and we're putting that just on the outer portion of the eye, really focusing this with this nice small brush just to, again, always add dimension. And then I'm gonna, okay, yeah, great, cool, good job, Mary. Alright, we're going to move on from the eyes for now. I'm going to use this color corrector by Makeup Forever. I believe it's in the shade R22, and I'm going to use a damp beauty sponge and just apply this under my eyes and anywhere where I have discoloration, and make awesome faces in the meantime. You go, Gwen Coco. Anyway, see the difference? That's what I'm talking about. we're just canceling out the blues. Really helps, especially when you have raccoon eyes like me. Runs in the family, can't help it. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Gotta love genetics. And then I'm just putting this on my forehead as well a little bit, and anywhere where I feel like I get a little discoloration. Now I'm using two foundations. Honestly, you're going to figure out just how high maintenance I am in this video. One of them is by Lancôme, and the other one is by Josie Maran. I love both formulas. I have to mix them right now because neither one of them matches my skin, because yay, summer and stuff. Then I'm just taking this, I mixed it on the back of my hand, I applied what was on my finger that I mixed with onto my face, and I'm just dabbing this out all over my face, again with that damp beauty sponge. I'm going to take this all over, and I am going to drag it down my neck a little bit, I think. I don't know if it's even... Okay, anyway. I usually drag it down my neck. It really just helps to even things out. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. And don't mind my singing. I had some awesome Coheed and Cambria rocking in this, so I apologize, because I'm jamming. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going with the Urban Decay Naked Weightless Concealer. I think that's what it's called. It's an awesome concealer. Honestly, it's just a lightweight liquid concealer. This is slightly lighter than my foundation. That is intentional. I want this to kind of highlight those areas and also just give a little bit more coverage. Again, these are my trouble areas, which is common under the eyes, nose, forehead. Pretty straightforward. Pretty much a lot of women get redness and discoloration in those areas. It tends to be hormonal. It's incredibly common. So anyway, I'm taking, yet again, my damp beauty sponge and just dabbing all of this out. And I look a little bit possessed when I do this because you got to make the faces. But really, I mean, this is the best thing to blend out your concealer and any liquid face makeup like this. I absolutely love it. Then I'm going to take that damp sponge, and yes, it is still damp. I'm going to press it back into that translucent powder, and I am going to bake my under eye and all of that jazz. If you're not familiar with what baking is, it is essentially packing on a crap ton of loose powder and leaving it there for like 10 minutes. And what happens is the heat does not have a way to escape your skin, so it really cooks the concealer onto your face, and it does not budge all day long. It's insane. I know it sounds a little weird, a little bit gross, honestly. It's a little, to me, it's like, ooh, charming, sexy, yeah, work it, girl. I know you model for a reason. That's right. Anyway, it really just bakes it onto there and keeps it in place all day long, especially because I have trouble with makeup staying in those places, so works for me. Okay, so now we're going to brows. I primed my brows with a brow primer by Benefit. It's actually pretty new. It's wonderful. And then we're going in with this Anastasia Dip Brow and an angled liner brush, and I'm doing my brows, folks. So for this, I will go in more detail into how I do my brows at some point, but honestly, you do the very bottom line of your eyebrow, and then you do the very top of it, and then you kind of just brush it all together, and it's like, yay, magic, awesome, all better, cool. Obviously, there's more to it than that, but really, I will go into detail into that another time. For now, I just use the dip brow, and I spoolie it out. You really just need any spoolie, mascara wand type deal, just to really blend everything out and make it not look like you have these harsh lines on your face, because that ain't cute, girl. Then we're going to highlight the brow bone, and we're going in with a white shade that is slightly shimmery. I'm going to put that right under where we did our brows. That's your brow bone. It's just going to give you a little bit of a pop, make your brows look more defined, and boom, awesome, yeah. Now I'm taking a brush that is technically a blush brush. I love this. It's by Morphe. It's pretty new, actually. And I'm just dusting off all of that powder. By now it's been on there for several minutes. We took the time to do the brows and everything else, all that jazz. So now we're going to brush it off and just really make sure it's all off of there, and everything's in place now. It's pretty great. All right, eyeliner. Real talk here, I was so nervous to do my winged eyeliner on camera because 99.9% of the time, girl, I still mess up. I still mess it up. And this is again something that maybe eventually I will do like a detailed video about, but honestly, winged eyeliner, practice makes perfect. You just gotta practice. The best way to do it is just to figure out where your line is, and draw it on there. I honestly, it's hard to tell you how to do it to your own personal eye shape because everybody's eye is shaped differently. But this is what works for mine. I draw a line basically from the lash line that is continuing up my face. And then I just kind of fill it in across the way. But really, realistically, we're going to be real here. I mess up my eyeliner pretty much every day. I have to fix something, or I'm like, I'm just going to do a little bit of eyeliner today. And then bam. What happened? I don't know. All the eyeliner. All the time. The real reason why I wear so much eyeliner, I just kind of suck at it. Woo! It's pretty great. Anyway, we're going to do the other eye now, and guess what? It is going to be the exact same as the last eye, because yay, symmetry. Awesome. Cool. I am using the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Honestly, if you really want to get a precise winged eyeliner and you're feeling it, then go with the Kat Von D. Unfortunately, it is expensive, but in my opinion, it's worth it because you really just can't find anything out there that is like it. It is ridiculously precise. Hey, look, eyeliner done. Cool, that didn't take me 30 minutes. Awesome. Now I'm going to stab my eyeball. This is very exciting. I'm using a Makeup Forever Aqua XL eyeliner. These are fairly new. And I am putting this in my upper waterline, which basically just looks like I'm stabbing myself in the eye. It's very exciting. And then I'm going to take that same eyeliner and I actually just gently trace right over top of the Kat Von D eyeliner that I already did. And the reason is because this eyeliner that I'm using currently is so black and it's so matte and I love it. And the Kat Von D, as much as I love that eyeliner, it's a little shiny and I don't like that. I like that really deep eyeliner. So I go over it and it looks bomb. So now we're going back in. What I'm doing is I'm taking a flat definer brush and I am just rubbing that dark brown shade that we used earlier onto the first like third of my eye, like on my lash line. And then I'm going to take a little bit bigger of a brush. This is a pencil brush and a lighter shade, and I'm just going to go back and forth, wiggle, wiggle, and blend this out. I personally feel a need to like always do my bottom lash line. Some people don't always do it, but I do. And then lastly, you'll see that I'm taking that same fluffy brush from earlier and just blending it out to finish. Then we're going in with the Kat Von D contour kit. It's called the Shade and Light palette or something. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I'm using that lightest shade in there, and I am going to contour my face. Woo! Yeah. I'm using a Real Techniques brush, and I am doing my my jaw there, and then I'm doing my hairline and my jawline. Yeah, I think, did I say that right? I don't know. Anyway, I go in, I kind of start on all the spots, and then after that I go in with this big freaking fluffy brush, and I'll blend all that out. Again, personally, I'm not a huge fan of the ridiculous, like, Kardashian contour crap, whatever. But I do like a decent contour. I do. It adds angle to your face, and it makes you, like, look like a badass who's gonna F somebody up if they look at you too long. It's pretty cool. I am taking, right now, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm taking that powder from earlier that we used, and I just threw it down there just to kind of clean up my contour. It's going to kind of highlight that area again, bring some color back. So I'm just going to leave that there for a few minutes. Then I do my lipstick. I want to say this is the shade, like Start Naked or something or other, from Urban Decay. Whatever, it's my favorite neutral lipstick. Then I'm going to go in with the blush palette that I've been holding for a while. And I mix those two colors together. Work it, girl. And then I just throw them on in your blush area. After that, I brush off with that big fluffy brush. I brush off that translucent powder that we put on the lower part of my face, and I just kind of blend everything out and together and make sure everything's smooth, seamless, not too crazy. Highlighter. Whew, this is such a trend these days. I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a fan brush. Ding! Yeah. And I'm going to lightly take some of that, work it girl, and I'm going to put that on the high points of my face. So my cheekbones, I'm going to put this on the tip of my nose, I'm going to put this on my chin, and then I'm just going to put this on the high points of my my forehead on the sides. Cool. Alright, so lastly, I like doing my mascara last. I feel like you get like powder and stuff, and ow. Okay, sidebar. Don't stab your freaking eye when you put your mascara on, because issues. I seriously almost messed up my entire like eye makeup just from like my face watering so hard. That was awesome. Anyway, I like doing my mascara last. What I do first is I put on a lash primer. This one's by Tarte. I just picked up what was closest. It's usually a white consistency if it's a primer. That's pretty normal. And then you go over it just with your regular mascara. This is the Roller Lash by Benefit, I believe. And then I just go straight over that primer I did. And then lastly, just because I like to get some big ass eyelashes, because yeah, I don't do falsies usually, I put on a lot of mascara. Lastly, I'm going in and I use like a second mascara because I can, and yeah, gives me volume and stuff. Lastly, I set my face with that Urban Decay, and all is said and done, I'm feeling fabulous. Cool, word, work it girl. Alright guys, bye.